Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing well. If you like what you see in this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or share the video. Today we're taking a look at the 7 Deadly Sins Origin on Steam, released 9 days ago as of this recording, so March 16th. It's currently sitting at 6 mixed reviews on Steam with 2,602 reviews. Developer and publisher is Netmarble. I've never heard of them before. I'm guessing they're South Korean or somewhere in Asia. So this is an anime based game. It's based off an anime, which I've never seen before. I do enjoy anime, specifically the ones from the 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, so the game does look like, an open world game. Sort of reminds me of Genshin Impact. I played a little bit of it back in the day. So it sort of has the aesthetic, the look to it, cell shaded look to it, with lots of vibrant colors. So it looks like a somewhat open world game. Yeah, let's take a look at the system requirements. It's asking for a processor, an Intel Core i7-9700 or AMD Ryzen 5 5500. Okay, so fairly decent CPUs. So roughly it's asking for 6 to 8 cores. System memory is asking for 32 GB. That's a bit excessive. Nowadays games are asking or recommend 16 gigs minimum all the way to 32 gigs. So okay, we'll see how that goes. Graphics card is recommends an NVIDIA RTX 2070 or ATI 5700 XT. So I've owned these two graphics cards in the past. They're pretty close in terms of performance, so that's fairly reasonable. So slightly above what the base PlayStation 5 can do. So storage, it's asking for a 30 gigabyte GB. So I'm guessing it's recommending SSD. As far as NVIDIA driver, I do have the latest driver, which was released yesterday, March 24th. It's driver version 595.97. And this video is being recorded using a 4K 60 hertz capture card, recording directly to my iMac. So there should be no performance loss. The performance that you see during gameplay should be indicative PS you will get with similar hardware. Yeah, so without further ado, let's take a look at the game, see how it performs. And we are back in the main menu of the 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Let's take a look at the options menu. Nothing here too exciting, just mouse sensitivity, controller sensitivity. So we're in the display screen. There is no full screen option, wow, which is a bummer. I prefer to play in full screen mode. Tends to prevent stuttering, or at least stuttering is significantly reduced compared to borderless or windowed mode. But anyway, so borderless full screen is what I'm gonna go with. And then FPS, okay, it does have FPS does go up to 144 hertz. Currently it's capped at 60. The default is 60. So you have 30, 45, 60, 120, or 144. Let's turn off VSync. And then as far as like the graphical preset, you have custom, very low, low, medium, high, and very high. We're gonna keep everything at very high, which is the maximum you can go up to. So you have view distance, shadow quality, texture quality, post-processing quality, special effect, global illumination, reflection, environmental detail, anti-aliasing, and shadow distance display. I wish anti-aliasing was a little bit more descriptive. Like maybe you had the option. I want to know what kind of anti-aliasing is it using. Is it using blurry TAA? Is it using FXAA? Is it using SMAA, MSAA, CMAA? It'll be nice to know. But anyway, it's set to very high. Okay, so let's take a look at the next screen. Volume, nothing exciting there. Yeah, so I mean, seems like a fairly reasonable menu. So let's get into the gameplay and see how the game performs. In case I didn't mention, this game has a Japanese voiceover, so I'm not sure what these inscriptions are, but I'm guessing the bottom one is South Korean, and by default, you get Japanese. So there's no English. I'm guessing that's part of the mixed reviews, but game language just does say English. So, I mean, that's what you have to deal with right now. Still using DX11. DX11, from what I can tell, numerous games that I've played, is a lot more stable than DX12. But Vulkan is still the best gaming API out there. So yeah, with DX11, you tend not to run into shader pre-compilation steps, but yeah, this game could use it. I mean, as you can see, it is stuttering. I'm running into shader compilation stutter. So it kind of got me thinking, is this an Unreal Engine title? The level of detail is pretty aggressive, even though this game, everything is set to maximum. You can see I'm just 5 feet away from that plant right there, right in front of me, right next to the rock. But as soon as I take a few steps, yep, it just changes. So I have to be, look, even when I pan my camera, like the level of detail, so it changes from lower grass detail, and then when I pan it to the left, it becomes full, right? So the level of detail is pretty aggressive considering this is very high, right? And look, as I attack the enemy twice, the second enemy, the hitching is less severe than the first time. So it looks like it's a shader compilation problem. Typically the case with most Unreal Engine games. So I could be wrong, but this could be another Unreal Engine game. I don't know. As I mentioned in the Steam recommended specs, the game did ask for is recommended 32 gigabytes of system memory. As you can see, my system memory, I'm well below that. I'm hovering at like 8.8 GB, and then GPU VRAM is under 4 gigs. I mean, so cards like even a GTX 980 would run this game just fine. So yeah, so I mean, it seems like it's a bit exaggerated, the system memory and the GPU VRAM. So okay, another unskippable cutscene. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, the cutscenes are a bit heavy, roughly 40 FPS, more less than actual gameplay, and it does seem to stutter a little bit more. Yeah. So you have your abilities, which are tied to cooldowns. So let's check out the ultimate. Wow. Okay, that was nice. Yeah, as you can see, my frame time is a bit erratic. So every time I see a new effect, a new object that I haven't interacted with before, the game hitches, it stutters, right? So I wish, okay, dodge, shift, yep. All right, so here's the first boss fight in the game. Yep, all right. Seems like combat is kind of intuitive. Oh no, yep. Let's hit him with the Q. I don't know what Q does. Hit him with the E, maybe. That's a normal attack. Yeah, so the game seems pretty, it doesn't seem too difficult. Yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. Ah, I see. So the combat is based on you have to build your power and basically just tag team with your ultimate or something. Yeah, so okay, okay, I see. Nice. Nice. Okay. Pretty fun combat. I like it. All right, so let's switch back as this guy. All right, let's see what he can do. and then try the ultimate. There you go. Okay, so you're supposed to build up your rage, your ultimate with both characters, and then just basically use them both at the same time. Okay. Yeah, you can see my 0.1% low is 8 FPS, so that was a lot of stuttering. Um, I mean, you see how the ladies sound in this game? It's like I've always been fascinated with Asian culture, Japanese culture. You know, the women, they just sound so adorable. Like in this game, it's a little bit even more extreme because, like I said, they sound like they're getting their cheeks clapped. Okay, so are these people like midgets or something? Like, why is the chair bigger than this guy? Like everyone is so small. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a kind of fun game. Th- it's so interesting because this game looks very clean. It doesn't have this like soft look or blurry look that I tend to expect with games nowadays. Um, it seems pretty clean, and the anti-aliasing technology used here has is resolving the aliasing pretty well. It has a pretty good coverage. Um, yeah, looks pretty clean actually. Yeah, the swimming controls are not that good. Um, I didn't take a look at the reviews on Steam to see what people were complaining about. But if I have to guess, on Steam, I'm guessing people are probably complaining about the hitching, the stuttering, and yeah. So let me refresh the yeah. Okay, more cutscene. Every five feet, I get a cutscene. Is this a Hideo Kojima game? Is this Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot? Like I'm getting a cutscene every 5 seconds. Jeez. Okay, so now we're outside. Yeah, look at the sprawling world. The distance does look pretty simple. Like the trees, they look like 2D textures, something that you see from like a Donkey Kong game from the N64 or something, or PlayStation One 2D sprite game or something. So yeah, like I said, the level of detail is not the best, but yeah, my FPS has dropped pretty much 30, 40 FPS now that I'm more outside. Um, so I mean, my system is doing pretty well, but the recommended system requirement GPU, it didn't say at what resolution or frame rate you'll be playing at. So yeah, okay. So my FPS has jumped back up to into the 90s. Yeah, there's more hitching, and look, as I just take a few step or pan the camera around, this tree in front of me, this bush in front of me just changes. So the level of detail is a bit aggressive. Like I just literally just take not even a foot, a 180 turn, and the game just yeah, it just changes the level of detail. I've never seen such an aggressive level of detail before. Let's go for a swim. What's in here? Yeah. Okay, another cutscene. Great. Ah. Okay, so now I am left on my own to fend for myself, which is good. No more nagging fairy. She did seem pretty strong, so let's see if I can change to her. Yeah, switch. Let me try her. Remove or switch. Yeah, there you go. No? There she is. There you go. Um, yeah, she's a fairy. Let's see. Can she fly higher? No? Okay. So let's attack this wasp. Jeez. This dude is a sponge. My goodness. Wow. I guess not. Okay. Let me switch to this guy. Let's see. Can this guy possibly do something? Yeah, there you go. He's wow. Wow, he's stronger than her. Okay. I thought she was stronger than him. Oh yeah, he's clearly stronger than her. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. So I don't really know what this game is about. Not that I'm really interested, but it just seems like one of those games where you can sink a lot of time into just playing it. Um, you know, I don't really have much spare time, so I tend to avoid open world games. But it seems fun. Looking at the character model, yeah, it looks fairly detailed. Um, yeah, it's just my only two issues that I have with this game in terms of performance are the aggressive level of detail pop in. I think it's a bit too excessive, and the hitching, the stuttering, right? Um, you know, the only thing that is kind of alleviating the performance is the fact that it's using the DX11 API. If this was a DX12, I mean, the performance will be a lot worse than this, and the hitching will be a lot worse. Um, so yeah, okay. Let me check her out. More cutscene. I can I play this game in peace, please, without cutscenes every 5 seconds? Okay, so let's keep moving. Let me attack this toad. Get over here, buddy. Nothing personal, man. Let's check her out. See what she does. Okay, okay, she did well. Wow, she's got this pet dragon. Wow, pretty cool. Nice fire effect. I like that. Pretty cool. Um, it seems like the movement speed. Yeah, she's a bit slower than the other lady, the other girl. Yeah, like she seems a little faster. Like her movement speed seems a little faster. Um, yeah, so you get the idea of what the performance is like. I mean, it's not it's not. I mean, it could be better, is what I'm trying to say, right? Um, it could be better, but I've certainly seen a lot worse. I remember Genshin Impact when I played that game years ago. It had a 60 FPS cap, and you couldn't really remove it without editing, I think, the config file. And that game did have some hitching problems. And yeah, I mean, that seems to be the case. Um, it's so bizarre, playing all these older titles. I remember years ago when I used to play, like for example, let's just take a game like Skyrim, right? Um, Games like that, or older PC games, what you really experienced was low frame rate. You didn't really experience hitching. Like if your hardware wasn't adequate enough, you would run into, let's say, FPS in the 40s or sub 60 FPS, right? Performance. But there wasn't really any hitching from my recollection, right? But nowadays, even though, even if your hardware far exceeds the recommended specification, like you're still gonna run into hitching, and that detracts from the gaming experience more than low frame rate. Like I can deal with 45, 50 FPS, not in shooters, not in competitive shooters, but in a game like this, which is a single player game, linear games, I can deal with. But when the game hitches, stutters, that completely kills the experience for me. That's why I tend to stay away from Unreal Engine 5 games, because not only do you get suboptimal performance, you get low frame rates, you get stuttering, and you get an overall a blurry image. So I don't know what engine this is using. It could be using Unreal Engine, but if it is, this is one of the cleanest Unreal Engine games I've ever seen. But yeah, if you like what you see in this video, like, subscribe. You get the idea what this is about. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.